From our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Hobart begins now.
Good evening. Tasmanians have turned out in force, making history as the first to cross our state's most expensive infrastructure project, the Bridgewater Bridge. It will open to vehicle traffic tomorrow, but the Prime Minister joined bridge walkers today, helping cut the ribbon on what is a critical transport link.
Braving a cold, windy Tassie morning, the Prime Minister was among those celebrating the state's largest infrastructure project.
I am a declared infrastructure nerd.
First across the new Bridgewater Bridge, worth $786 million, were Margaret McMaster and Barbara Jones. The pair repeating history as the first to walk over both Bridgewater bridges, leading a procession of dignitaries in a vintage 1910 Roadster. It wasn't long before the public followed. Busloads of around 12,000 people giving their tick of approval to the 1.2 kilometre stretch.
Very excited about it. I've been watching it for the last 5 years. Very impressed.
It's a milestone in the history of Bridgewater and Tasmania.
Having travelled on the old bridge quite often, it just takes such a long time, and I think, this is so badly needed.
A big bridge.
59,000 cubic metres of concrete went into the structure, with 1,000 jobs created during construction over 3 years. The bridge expected to carry 22,000 Tasmanians every day.
A new beginning and a new era of connection, if you like.
The Bridgewater Bridge is the 5th bridge to be built over the River Derwent. It'll be officially open to traffic from tomorrow morning.
Haven't been able to get the boat up the river while this is going on. You'll be very impressed by the fact that he can get through now.
The job's not done yet. Minor landscaping and a new roundabout link will tie the project together over coming weeks. Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
The euphoria over our newest infrastructure milestone has been shadowed by politics, with fresh scrutiny over the government's handling of another. Labor is demanding answers on ballooning costs linked to the Spirit of Tasmania ferries fiasco, while the Greens claim efforts to strengthen government integrity have been sidelined by last week's budget.
Riding a wave of celebration for the Bridgewater Bridge as questions continue to swirl around the budget black hole.
The budget delivered on Thursday makes no mention of the ferry fiasco, and it's on the public record that the TT Line company only has enough finances to get it through till September.
The Shadow Treasurer claiming funds for a bailout payment for TT Line was missing from the budget papers, urging the government to come clean on how the operator is tracking financially.
We've seen secret bailout payments to the shipbuilder. We've seen significant costs storing Spirit 4 in Scotland. It's time for this government to come clean on whether TT Line will need a bailout, and if so, how much.
Tascorp Chairman Tony Farrell telling the Public Accounts Committee in March that it's more likely than not the government will need to help foot some of the bill.
If a bailout is required, it means that this government will already blow their budget, hundreds of millions of dollars here, where they've gone over budget.
Minister Abetz says discussions between all bodies are ongoing to avoid cost blowouts for vessel replacements and port infrastructures. Meanwhile, the Greens claim the Integrity Commission is being run on rations.
The state budget papers make it clear that not only is the Integrity Commission not receiving extra funding, over the next 4 years it faces a cut.
$75,000 to be slashed between now and 2029.
Needs to be properly resourced to uphold high standards of ethical conduct in public office.
Claiming Chief Commissioner Greg Mellick's plea for more funding has been ignored.
He's given that evidence in the Integrity Commission's annual report, to a parliamentary committee and in public comments.
But the Liberals say funding has increased over the past decade, aiming to ensure ethical conduct is upheld. Rebecca Gadanera, 7 Tasmania News.
A quiet Glenorchy street awoke to a blaze around 4:30 this morning after the first level of a house on Walgett Street went up in flames. Fire authorities were on hand for much of the morning investigating the cause, which is unknown at this stage. No injuries were reported. Hobart's historic St David's Cathedral has formally thrown open its doors with public invite to visit. The community invited to learn about its rich history and tradition. Locals treated to hymns and a tour.
We're always surprised how many people have never been inside. It's a beautiful building with a beautiful history with lots of lovely things, and we want people to explore that.
It's Tasmania's oldest cathedral, dating back to 1837. It might be the start of winter, but action at this year's Launceston Running Festival was anything but cold. Organisers thrilled with the number of participants and the quality of entrants, including a strong Tasmanian contingent.
4 big events, including the half marathon and 10K, attracting more than 3,400 entries from across the states and around the world.
It's wonderful that we've got so many people, not just from Launceston. We've had 1,200 people from outside the north of the state travel to Launceston for it. We've had 350 from interstate, and we've had about 40 come from overseas as well just to run today.
And the racing was fast.
Good race though, I managed to get a PB, so by a minute, so yeah, pretty happy with that.
We had 15 men break 65 minutes in a half marathon, which I don't believe's happened on Australian soil before.
The large crowd thrilled to see local superstar and birthday boy Stuart McSwain take out the men's 10K from fellow Tasmanian and good friend James Hanson.
I feel like it was a good hit out, first race back for a while. And what better place to start in Launceston, where I was actually born. So to come back on my birthday, it's a bit of an omen and hopefully holds me in good stead for the year. Hobart's
Ruby Smee taking the women's in 32 minutes 57 seconds.
As she comes through and takes out the Tamar Cairo Launceston 10.
And it was smiles all round for another year of the festival.
Oh, magic. Yeah, really good. Yeah. Great vibe and good running conditions today and good course.
Matthew Watson, 7 Tasmania News.
In some breaking sports news, Jack Jumpers favourite Milton Doyle is leaving the Ant Army. Doyle has informed the club he won't be accepting the Jack Jumpers' offer to stay. The 6-foot shooting guard has inked a 1-year deal with Melbourne United. It's a big loss for the Jackies. He's been one of the NBL's premier guards since entering the league in 2022, playing 96 games for Tasmania. A number of course records have tumbled at this year's Launceston Running Festival. The big performances included Launceston-born Stuart McSwain taking out the men's 10K in a course record 27 minutes 58 seconds.
For your Tasmanian in Stuart McSwain.
Japan's Teruki Shimada claiming the half marathon, finishing in a time of 61 minutes and 12 seconds, also a course record.
Good evening and welcome to the very first day of winter across our beautiful island state. Hobart recorded a mild 17 degrees, Launceston, Devonport and Burnie all 15. It was 19 at Friendly Beaches today, 17 on King Island, Flinders Island, Smithton, St Helens and Strawn all 16, 15 at Low Head, Grove and Laiweni 14 and 13 in Ouse. Scattered low cloud was seen about the west and north with low cloud seen elsewhere. A cloud band sits to the west of Tasmania as clouds streamed over central eastern Australia and SA. Tomorrow a cold front will cross the state, approaching southern parts of SA and Victoria as a low pressure system approaches the southwest of WA. Northwesterly winds 15 to 25 knots, reaching 20 to 30 knots in the southwest. Winds in the west and south shifting south to southwesterly in the afternoon. Southwesterly swells increasing to 3 metres. We have a strong wind warning for coastal waters between Tasman Island to Sandy Cape and also for the upper east coast and the Channel. Showery across Hobart and Dover tomorrow, 16's the top, 17 with showers on the increase in Ouse. The north can also expect showers, Launceston and Devonport 16, 15 in Scottsdale. Showers also extending to the west, 16 in Burnie and Stanley and 15 in Strawn. There'll be no reprieve for the east either. St Helens and Swansea both 17, increasing showers in Ross with 15 degrees. Showers throughout on Tuesday, contracting to the west, south and far northeast, with showers falling as snow to 600 metres. Now, those showers remain about the west and south on Wednesday, with morning snow continuing to 700 metres. And on Thursday, isolated showers about the west and far south continue, but it will be fine after a morning frost. So mainland conditions now for tomorrow. Storms are likely to fire up over Perth. A partly cloudy day in Sydney, 19, showery across Brisbane with 23 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions this evening. Hobart 12 degrees. It's 9 in Launceston and 7 in Devonport. I'll see you again next weekend, Lou.
Lovely. I look forward to it. Thank you for that, Kaya. That's all your news for now. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy your evening. Good night.